Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a book haul. I am so excited for this chunk of books that I have purchased over the last couple of weeks slash month or so. And yeah, I'm excited to share, excited to read. I have not taken them out of the box, have not looked at them since I bought them a few weeks ago because I wanted to make my way through my physical TBR on my shelf before I added more books to it. So now these books are going to be making their way to the shelf and I'm probably gonna read all of them in the next month. I put them all in a box, so we're just gonna go through. Okay, where do I put the box? First book is the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. I want to make my way through all of Abby Jimenez's books. This will be the fourth one that I read. I think she has 7 out. So this one, I just realized who it's about after watching another YouTube video. So the best friend in the friend zone, which is the last Abby Jimenez book I read, but the very first one in the series. First off, read book 1 before you read this book because it literally spoils what happened to her. Something traumatic happens. It's on the back of this book, so I think I'm just gonna say it. Her fiance dies, and after that she's trying to get her life back on track, and then something about a dog, like she's driving in the road and a dog like jumps into her car or something like that, and then that's how she meets the main male character from this book. I am just excited to make my way through all of Abby Jimenez's books. Like I said, all her books are pretty fast-paced and just easy read, so I'm excited to read this one. And then I have Swear on This Life by Renee Carlindo. I read 2 books by her. One was a 5-star, one was a 3.5, and so I read the 5-star one first. So the 3.5-star book, it was a letdown. I was disappointed, and I was like, you know what, let me give her another try because I feel like she can give me another 5-star. So this one is called Swear on This Life, and I believe this one is about Emmeline. She reads this book and then she realizes that the author is writing about her life story, about her and her best friend, and so that's how she figures out that the author was her best friend. So I think this is a second chance friends to strangers to lovers story, and I think all of her books are all the ones I've read thus far are second chance. So I think she just really loves a good second chance, which I do too. Romance book. So I'm excited for this. Then my mom actually bought me this book, and I just got it today. Darlin' Venom. I've been wanting to read this for all of these books have been in my TBR for a while, and I just, you know, when a book goes on sale, that's really when I buy it, when a book goes on sale. These are all books that I already knew I wanted, so when I bought them, I didn't reread the synopsis. So some of them I know more than others. But anyway, this is one that I have had in my TBR for probably a year or so. It says, my first love ended in tragedy. My second began with his brother. So I don't know what happens in this book. I just know it's a very emotional read. I heard some people might even say it's like dark. I don't know if they mean dark as in the sense of like it's a dark romance, or dark as in the sense of it's dark topics that they talk about, but I will figure out which version of dark that is. But yeah, super excited for this. I heard this like tears you apart, and one thing about me I'm starting to realize is I love when a book like just put you through so much emotional turmoil. I read so many emotional books in the month of May that I'm unwell right now, so excited to add another one to it. Next, I have Throttled by Lauren Asher. I actually read Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher during the month of May. That was the very first book I read by her, and I enjoyed it. It was very long, but all around I enjoyed it. And this is a book, I actually saw this in the bookstore back in February, but didn't buy it before I even read Love Unwritten or knew about it. And then I ended up reading that one first. So this one I believe is a brother's best friend Formula One romance. I'm not really big on sports romances, which is strange because I love romance and I love sports in real life, but in books, I don't know, I just don't really read them that often, or like, I don't gravitate towards them. But this one, excited to see. It's a first of a series. I do not need to start another series, but it's fine. Yeah, this is, I think, Brother's Best Friend, maybe Forbidding. I don't really know too much about it, just know what I just told you. Then I got Long Shot. I got this book probably a month and a half ago, and then I bought book 2 in this series. Haven't even read book 1, but I heard so many good things about Long Shot, so I was like, you know what, when I saw Black Shot on sale, I said might as well. So this one I've heard a lot about this. I've heard that this is so sad. Like, people are crying, they're in tears, they're in shambles. And like I said, I love an emotional read. So I think this one is going to do that. I don't know what this is about. It is a hoops novel. So it is, again, a sports romance. And I believe he plays in the NFL. I think she was with her boyfriend and then she broke up with him, but then she found, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. So I'm not even gonna finish that statement. I heard a lot of good things and I did read the synopsis once upon a time and it was enough to intrigue me. And then we have Block Shot, which I know this is a continuation. I think they're interconnected standalones. I could be wrong. They're in a series, so I don't know. This is book 2. Again, have no clue what it's about, but I do know it's another sports romance. So I'm excited to start yet another series. I honestly was gonna start this all throughout May, but I was just scared. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this right now, and then proceeded to read like 5 other books that made me cry. Next, I have Addicted to You, which another series. I'm starting to realize I have a lot in here. This one, they're best friends and they're both addicts. One is addicted to sex, one is hello? One is an alcoholic. And I do believe this one is a fake dating trope. I'm super excited for this. I heard this is another emotional. I feel like most of the books I got here are probably gonna tear me to shreds, but I'm excited for that. I think my new favorite genre, like I said several times, and I just discovered it in the month of May, is books that, like romance books that aren't light and fluffy, like make me cry, make me feel like my life is ruined, like give me all of those emotions. I'm here for it. So I heard that that's what that book does. I'm excited for it. Next one, I think this one's a little bit lighter. This is called Between Friends and Lovers. This one, I heard that it's not a love triangle, but it looks like it is. I think she's best friends with one of the guys, but she ends up in a relationship with another. I don't know more than that. And I think that's a common theme here. I look at the synopsis, add them to my TBR, and then months, weeks, years later, I end up buying the books and I don't remember what they're about. And then I go in like semi-blind. Like, I knew I liked it when I added it to my TBR, so when I purchase it, I know it's something that I would like to read. So yeah, this is another one. I've been wanting to read this book for a few months now. I've heard people talk about it on TikTok and I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited. I forgot I bought this. 5 Brothers by Penelope Douglas. Penelope Douglas is one of those authors where her books are a bit taboo, I think. I've read Corrupt by her. I stopped that series. I don't think it's for me, at least right now. I read Credence, taboo. I read Birthday Girl, I believe, also taboo. So I think this is just gonna be another one to go right in that pile, but they are fun reads and I'm excited. So this one's called 5 Brothers. I don't know what it's about. Surprise there. It says one woman learns the secrets of the 5 Jagger brothers and this new romance. So I don't know if she like lives with all 5 of them. I don't know if she has relations with all 5, if she picks one. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. So we have this. And then last but not least, Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I am so excited to read this book. Also, does anyone have this thing where you say your name and it's weird? Like, my name's Brandy and whenever I say that out loud, it just sounds weird to me. I don't know, that might be a me thing. This one, I believe, is a brother's best friend. Her brother's best friend broke her heart, but what happens when his new teammate puts it back together? Okay, so maybe not a brother's best friend. I've heard that this book tears people to shreds and I am so excited for another emotional romance read. Literally my favorite, like bread and butter. I'm like, every single emotional romance book ever written I need to read. That's how I'm feeling right now. So I know that this one, or I heard that this one is one of those. Okay, so that is it for my book haul. Very excited to read these books. I hope you enjoyed this video and I also hope to see you in the next one. Bye.